Better. What does it mean? And what does it take to be? Better is self-discovery, a process of learning. It's never quitting and always growing. Better is being humble. It is embracing our differences. It is learning from others while giving ourselves for others. To be striving for greatness as much as to strive for the good. That's when we become better. We as artists, animators, filmmakers, graphic designers, app developers, game developers, we make better because we do not stop until we become the best. We are better.
I want to be a great creative director, create advertising that touches lives.
We are better.
I want to animate stories that will instill values to the next generations.
We are better.
I dream to be the first Filipino Oscar winner.
We are better.
I hope to bring the next gaming revolution to the industry.
The talents, the art, the values, the knowledge, the triumphs, and the passion inside me somehow can change the world to a better place. But I know to change the world, change must begin with me, with us. For we are better.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Graduation Day is always a day of rejoicing, for it marks the conclusion of an educational journey and the commencement of another, more uncertain and more difficult part of man's quest for a better life and future. Truly, today signifies the culmination of many years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. The knowledge that will enable a person to embrace opportunities and take on challenges with a clear vision and purpose. Welcome to the 9th commencement exercises of CIIT College of Arts and Technology with the theme CIIT 21st Century Industry Ready Professionals in the New Normal. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming the graduates of Batch 2020. Our graduates have completed the following programs: Bachelor of Multimedia Arts, Bachelor in Fine Arts, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, Bachelor of Science in Entertainment and Multimedia Computing, Diploma Program. Next in line are the faculty and members of the Academic Council, headed by Miss Jillian Triviana, College Dean. Followed by the members of the Board of Directors, headed by CIIT College President, Mr. Sherwin C. O. Please rise for the opening prayer, to be led by Francesca T. Calalang.
To all my fellow graduates, their families, loved ones, dear friends, and members of the CIIT community, let us pray. Dear God, thank you for gathering us today to celebrate the gift of knowledge and the gift of life as we rejoice in the achievements of CIIT's 2020 graduates. We celebrate your presence in our lives through the love and support of parents, siblings, partners, family, friends, mentors, teachers, and other community partners. We are grateful for all who have made this moment possible. We ask that you support and strengthen us as we journey into unknown futures complicated by the pandemic. We ask for wisdom and clear direction over our paths, that you would give us understanding beyond our years. We pray that you would direct our steps, that your plans for us would prosper, that every place determined for us to walk would be paved clear. We ask for you to open doors that need to be opened and close those that should be shut tight. Grant us graduates opportunities and loving communities with which to celebrate our achievements, despite the varied forms graduations are taking. Meet the needs of those graduating without employment, and clarity to all who are uncertain with which career path to take. Help us make time for friends, family, colleagues, and peaceful self-reflection. Grant us creativity in connecting. Work through us to strengthen our communities. We ask that you also bless those who mourn and lost loved ones in this pandemic. And with the comfort of love, may they face each new day with hope and the certainty that nothing can destroy the good that has been given. As we move forward into these unprecedented times, may we know your guidance. In our acts of justice, may we share in every good work to which you have led them. In our concerns and fears, may we know peace. In their faithful witness, may we know steadfast love. Bless and sustain us as we go forth, called to serve the neighbor in your mercy. This we pray and hope and thanksgiving. Amen.
Please remain standing for the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang mag-ibig, helas na sinakanan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupa.
Let us begin with the presentation and confirmation of graduates. May we call on Ms. Jillian Tribiana, our College Dean, to present to us the graduating class and would then be confirmed by Mr. Sherwin C.O., President of CIIT College of Arts and Technology.
Mr. Sherwin O., may I present to you the candidates for academic year 2019 to 2020. 12 candidates for Bachelor in Multimedia Arts with specialization in 3D visualization. 10 candidates for Bachelor in Multimedia Arts with specialization in graphics design. 16 candidates for Bachelor in Multimedia Arts with specialization in video and motion graphics. 1 candidate for Bachelor in Fine Arts with specialization in digital painting and sculpture. 4 candidates for Bachelor in Fine Arts with specialization in visual arts and design. 2 candidates for Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in game development. 3 candidates for Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in network engineering. 1 candidate for Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in software engineering. 6 candidates for Bachelor of Science in Entertainment and Multimedia Computing with specialization in game development. 1 candidate for Diploma in 3D Animation. 4 candidates for Diploma in Computer Graphics Design. And 8 candidates for Diploma in Visual Arts and Design. For graduation who have satisfactorily accomplished all the course requirements as decreed by the Republic of the Philippines, as set forth by the Commission on Higher Education and Technical Education and Skills Development Authority. Thus, at the recommendation of their professors, program heads, and the College Academic Council, we would like to request your confirmation as graduates of academic year 2019 to 2020.
Hello to all our graduates. It has now been 22 months since we last saw one another on campus, and I think that I'm not alone in saying that it's not been easy for all of us. I am one with all of you and your families in saying that the pandemic has been highly challenging and has pushed all of us beyond our comfort zones and has tested our character and resolve. Today, however, is a day where we celebrate a milestone achievement for all our graduates. It is a symbolic reminder of how your perseverance and the will to succeed allowed you to finish what you have started even in the face of great difficulty. I hope this experience gives all of you a level of confidence and reassurance that you can achieve impossible things when you set your mind to it. You will all now be joining a world that has rapidly changed for the past 2 years. To all the digital artists, designers, developers, tech and digital content creators here, you now have skills that are highly valuable and sought after as a result of this pandemic. I wonder, how will you use this great opportunity to change your own lives? How will you use your skills and values to change and improve the organizations you will be joining? And ultimately, how will you want to impact our society with your skills? I pray that as you continue towards your future, the support of your family, friends, along with the education and formation you have received for CIIT, will allow you to continuously succeed and shape the world for a better future. In line with the vision of the school to bring you guys to your future careers, I am proud to share that there are currently over 45% of our graduates here today already employed with full-time jobs. We are proud of all of you. And though I do understand that more and more of you have chosen to rest and recover after this extremely difficult last 1 or 2 years of college, I hope that you will eventually shake the dust off your shoulders and rise to the challenge. With that, I have the honor and privilege today to confer all the graduates. So, by virtue of the authority vested in me as President of CIIT College of Arts and Technology, by the Commission on Higher Education and Technical Education and Skills Development Authority of the Republic of the Philippines, and by the Board of Trustees of CIIT College of Arts and Technology, and after having fulfilled all the requirements prescribed in your respective courses, I now confirm you graduates with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to the batch of 2020.
Congratulations, graduates! You are now officially confirmed as graduates of Batch 2020. Have now come to the part of the event where we can all benefit from. As the saying goes, experience is the best teacher. At this juncture, we will be hearing a message of inspiration from a well-experienced industry professional. Our inspirational speaker for today's graduation is one of the youngest and prolific filmmakers in the Philippines. At the age of 15, he started his film career being mentored by Filipino directors such as Marilu Diaz-Abaya and Brillante Mendoza. One of his notable works was his first feature film, The Animals, in 2012, which he directed at the age of 22 and premiered in the Cinemalaya Film Festival. His sophomore feature in 2014 entitled #Y was released in cinemas nationwide after its premiere in the same festival. He has directed 7 feature films up to date. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our inspirational speaker for this afternoon, Film Director, Mr. Gino Santos.
Let me begin with congratulations. First, to the parents who have raised these young people to value the education offered to them and who have supported their children through financially and emotionally demanding years. Second, to this institution which has dedicated itself to preserving what is the best of the past and inventing the future boldly and fearlessly. Finally, to you, the graduates of this class who survived to finish the course despite the pandemic, which is not an easy task. This day signifies the culmination of one phase of your hard work, and it signifies that you have made a grand beginning to build all that you can upon the knowledge that you have earned. Allow me to share with you some thoughts that might help and guide you to embark on your new journey to the so-called real world. The real world is tough. Unlike school, it will not pamper you nor treat you with kids' gloves. Success is not easy. It is achieved through hard work, talent, timing, and passion. Let me add some of these ingredients that will help you survive the competitive world of the multimedia industry, or any industry for that matter. These values are quite easy to remember simply because it is the acronym of the very institution that honed and molded you. First is creativity. This is the ability to use your imagination or original ideas to produce an artistic output. Surely all of you have this ability since the school has provided you with an environment and tools to develop such skill. Next, we have integrity. This is a moral uprightness, to be honest and to have a strong moral principle to do what is right, even if others are doing otherwise to achieve their personal agenda. Of course, innovation, thinking out of the box, creating new ideas and methods that will help the community and improve other people's lives. And lastly, teamwork. It's true that no man is an island. Believe me, I know this very well. In any success that a person attains, there are people who, in one way or another, may have helped us achieve that success. It will always remind us to be grateful and humble. That is why it's always good to work with the best people and develop a lasting relationship with them. Plus, they make you look good. Always remember CIIT, creativity, integrity, innovation, and teamwork. To create a healthy work atmosphere, it is important to work with confidence in knowing your best skills. But don't let your ego get in the way by leaving it behind and allowing harmony to thrive in the workplace. If you'd asked me 10 years ago if I wanted to teach, I'd immediately say no. It's an example of ego at work because I was not ready to share a part of me. But look at me now, talking to you guys, sharing my professional experiences in this school. I'm actually having a blast and I may have found my second calling. Never close your doors to possibilities to learn and grow, especially now in this world filled with uncertainty, yet everything is acquired instantaneously. Nowadays, it only takes 10,000 hours to completely master something. And I think that's possible with all the K-dramas, Netflix that we've been watching. Kaya-kaya yan. Learn something new. Despite the onslaught of technology to learn and adapt, there's always room for growth and improvement. Never allow anyone to impose that you are only this. Get out of that box. You will take so much with you when you leave the school. You will have partaken a rich store of knowledge, wisdom, and collective judgment of a great and learned faculty. Knowing as I do traditions of this school, you will also have imbibed a spirit of openness and ruthlessness investigation, tempered always with compassion. Yet there is so much that cannot be given to you. The courage to do right as you see it, the will never to compromise what you know to be true, the determination to know yourself and live up to best self. These are the things you must find within yourself and must nurture them. Even when it's far easy to abandon such things to sell even your best self to the highest bidder. Believe me, you will often be tempted to do that. In closing, let me remind you that this is not the end. This is only the beginning. Once again, congratulations to all of you, and I'll see you as fellow colleagues in the real world.
Thank you very much, Sir Gino. What an uplifting message. I'm pretty sure that every one of us here has been inspired and encouraged by your message this afternoon. Dear graduates, the moment you have been waiting for has finally come. The fruit of your hard work and discipline will finally be reaped. Please prepare yourselves as we move forward to your most awaited prize diploma. You will now receive the symbol of your accomplishment and the hard work for your years of stay in the college. Bachelor of Fine Arts with specialization in digital painting and sculpture. Francesca T. Calalam. Bachelor of Fine Arts with specialization in visual arts and design. Feirin G. Castillo. Jose Primo E. Dumaton. Roydville L. Francisco. Charina Victoria F. Jimenez. Bachelor of Multimedia Arts with specialization in 3D visualization. Shekinah Gwyn D. Bauzon. Kaiser Ann C. Kabatit. Ariel Ina M. Kailao. Charlotte Faye L. Chua. Lara Michelle B. De los Reyes. Christian Jasper España. Gian Victor C. Evardoni. Hannah M. Fernandez. Rona Marie Janelle N. Ibarreta. Anna Angela F. Limen. John Resty Lucindo. Frances Dayan Rusini. Jolanel D. Tagumata. Maria Althea P. Tinapay. Bachelor of Multimedia Arts with specialization in graphics design. Christine Bautista. Francisco P. Camacho. Jeric I. Carino. Jan Vince E. Dairit. Jonathan Christian V. Dumondon. Wesley Jed M. Felias. Kyla Micaela T. Garcia. Josephine Bianca S. Gonzalez. Marie M. Pillejo. Stephanie Shane Q. Supilana. Denise Micaela C. Yatko. Bachelor of Multimedia Arts with specialization in video motion graphics. Dominique Luis C. Acuña. Joseph Rafael Micandre C. Alcantara. Andre Nico M. Ariston. Joshua Balyeras. Charlene D. Borbe. Lawrence Ryan B. Calva. Mark Louis R. Escobar. Jericho James S. Eustaquio. Jessa May Guevara. Pauline Gabriel A. Navarro. Jan Roslyn Nang. Malek Lucas Pajaro, Michael Angelo L. Perejas, Ferdinand Jason D. Pesigan, John Philip P. Santo Domingo, Carlos Anthony A. Villalon, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in Game Development, Errol Johanan Edu Katubag, Carlos Eugenio B. De Villa, John Ray P. Perez, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in Network Engineering, Michael Ira A. De Luna, Justin Carl P. Janicio, Junmar O. Exconde, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science with specialization in Software Engineering, Francis Carl S. Borlas, Bachelor of Science in Entertainment and Multimedia Computing with specialization in Digital Animation, John B. R. Hugueta, Bachelor of Science in Entertainment and Multimedia Computing with specialization in Game Development, Levano Austin D. Brabante, Aldrin P. Enriquez, Brian J. T. Hernandez, Frederick Edriel N. Hipolito, Renz Colleen L. Lim, Jovi Adrian G. Oroseo, Leonardo Miguel S. San Pedro, Elijah Anical Tandog, Diploma in 3D Animation, Vienne Maylef Christine R. Carrera, Diploma in Computer Graphic Design, Diane Marie Carandang, Abby Isabel Cardenas, Sebastian S. Maramba, Ralph Kenneth S.C. Ian Conrad T. Viernes II. Diploma in Multimedia Application. Ariel Elizon Malyari. Diploma in Visual Arts and Design. Felixine Rainer R. Aquino. Alisa Bianca Cos. Donnie Ray Elefante. Mirzi Riza Iringan. Vina Ingrid Rico. Ainsley Robes. Aziel Lorraine Salonga. Gerard Mark Villanueva. It is said that the quality of a person's life is in direct proportion to his or her commitment to excellence, regardless of the chosen field of endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, let us recognize those students who did ordinary things extraordinarily. Let's start with the Latin honors. Magna cum laude. Magna cum laude is given to a student that has a grade point average of 3.41 to 3.70 and requires that he or she does not fail in any subject throughout the entire program and no subject with a grade below 2. Cum laude. Cum laude is given to a student that has a grade point average of 3.0 to 3.40 and requires that he or she does not fail in any subject throughout the entire program and no subject with a grade below 2. And the Latin honor awardees are: for magna cum laude, Charina Victoria R. Jimenez. Cum laude, Donnie Ray Elefante. Cum laude, Aziel Lorraine Salonga. Cum laude, Vina Ingrid Rico. Cum laude, Felixine Rainier R. Aquino. The next award is the Service Award. Service Awards. This special award is given to students who have exemplified outstanding leadership and heart for service through their work in recognized student organizations or volunteer engagements. This is awarded to a student who has significantly contributed to the school and community, building efforts of the institution on and off campus. And the Service Award goes to the following graduates. Service Awardee, Roydville L. Francisco. Service Awardee, Sharina Victoria F. Jimenez. Service Awardee, Francesca T. Calalang. Next, we will be presenting the graduates who have earned the Best Thesis Award. Best Thesis Awardee. Francesca T. Galalang. Best Thesis Awardee, Sharina Victoria R. Jimenez. Best Thesis Awardees, Joshua Balieras, Pauline Navarro, and Andre Nico Ariston.
Ng mga nanalong senador, party list at CIS tops the race. As of 5,
nanalo si Erap sa Regions 2, 10, 11 at 12. Pero nakuha ni Aquino ang lahat.
nasa unang pwesto pa rin si Frank Drilon. At number 2, si Joel Villanueva.
Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and Noli L. Licastro.
Si
Benigno Aquino III.
mataimtim kong pinanunumpaan.
I consecrate myself to the service of the nation. To the service of the nation. So help me God. So help me God.
Palaging saksi ang mga paaralan sa makalat at minsay maingay na eleksyon. May nananalo, may natatalo.
Best Thesis Awardees, Rona Marie Ibareta, Jolanel Tagumata, Kaiser Ann Kabati.
You did it! Today's your graduation day. It marks the end of your academic life and now opens the door to fulfilling your dreams of becoming an artist. With the resume and portfolio that you've been working on for years now, surely every company will be amazed with the range of skills and talents that you can offer. You believe that with this portfolio, you get a good job in no time.
Best Thesis Awardees, Kyla Garcia, Wesley Felias, Best Thesis Awardee, Marie M. Pellejo, Best Thesis Awardee, Michael Ira A. De Luna. Best Thesis Awardees, Aldrin P. Enriquez, Leonardo Miguel San Pedro, Elijah A. Tandog, The next award is the CIIT Award. The CIIT Award is the highest award given to a student. It gives equal importance and recognition to the academic, technical, and soft skills of a student as seen during his or her residency in CIIT. This student upholds the highest standard of service, not just to CIIT, but to the community where the student's actions contribute to improving the lives of others. The CIIT Award goes to Charina Victoria R. Jimenez, Moving forward, the next part of our program is much anticipated, for she is the pride and cream of the crop of this batch 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you the top student, the victor to this game, and the champ among her fellows. It is now time to savor and enjoy the moment as we listen to the speech of Batch 2020's highest academic awardee. Let us give a round of applause as we welcome Charina Victoria R. Jimenez of Bachelor in Fine Arts with specialization in Visual Arts and Design.
To the CIIT Board of Directors, OIC Dean Gilly Tribiana, our Commencement Speaker Director Gino Santos, the graduates of Class of 2020, our parents, and everyone else joining us today. Good afternoon and welcome to the virtual commencement exercises of CIIT College of Arts and Technology. I have a confession to make. Studying in CIIT was never in my plans. In fact, I had never heard of CIIT until the day before I impulsively took the admission exam. In 2015, I was a fresh graduate of philosophy from the University of the Philippines, Diliman, because as any Asian family initially believed, we only have 3 career options if you wanted to succeed in life, be a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer. I have always been an artist, however, that is not an option among middle-class families. At the young age of 15, pre-K to 12, we all had to make a huge life decision on what possible career path to take for the rest of our lives. Who at 15 knew what they wanted to do in life? Or at the bare minimum, who at 15 even knew themselves? I was in our high school debate team then and I figured maybe I wanted to be a lawyer, so I took a pre-law course. But midway through, I already knew law was not for me. I finished my pre-law course anyway without the intention of getting into law school. I figured I owed that to my parents at least. I thought regardless of the circumstances, graduating with Latin honors from the country's top university was the be-all and end-all of college. The magical milestone that once conquered would guarantee you leverage among all the others traversing through adulthood. I was 20 when I earned my first degree, young and naive. None of the good things I initially envisioned welcomed me after graduating from my dream university. What did welcome me were uncertainties, self-doubt, and the pressure to be something, anything other than nothing. So I had to tap another facet in me, turning a blind eye on art yet again, because it was just not an option. I figured I was a student athlete in college, a marksman, and a competitive rifle shooter. So at 21, I donned a collared white shirt and maong pants as I spent an entire year of application for the Philippine Army. However, despite acing the exams and the interviews, my military plans did not pan out as I had hoped. As the application came close to a wrap, I had this very impulsive thought of studying again. Something I really wanted this time. I did a quick Google search of multimedia art schools in the country, and CIIT was among the top search results. A very young institution I have never heard of before, but seemed to be a very promising one. I gambled what little money I had in my savings then from my various design gigs and art commissions, because I just knew I owed this to myself, a shot at something I'm certain I wanted. In 2016, CIIT was still fairly new. Alongside the cafe, computer shops, salon, and restaurants, stood the very humble beginning of CIIT at the CTTM building. It was like a secret spot at the heart of Boy Scout Circle. Coming to CIIT, I was expecting to be a fish out of water, surrounded with high school fresh grads, with classmates still in their teenage years. I thought I carried a unique story in me as to how I took so many detours before eventually finding my way into art school. However, it turned out I was not so unique after all. I met fellow second degree takers initially from the medical field who finally found the courage to pursue their passion in art. There were also those only a year short from graduating from the most prestigious universities in the country, yet took a U-turn as soon as they realized they were headed in the wrong direction. Some had CIIT as their third, fourth attempt at college. I also met students who were already parents taking a shot at studying again, juggling school, work, and raising kids. We all had different stories to tell, but we all shared the desire for redemption from whatever decision we made in the past that did not work out for us. Second chance has been a common theme among the people I met in this institution. In just a year, the growth of CIIT has been massive, which also meant we get to have a new home. The interweave building stood tall and all colorful, impossible to miss along Company Road. The bigger space allowed us to do more, which included a bigger library with an extensive collection of books. I even had the opportunity to take a trip to Fully Booked with the school librarian Mamelay and other instructors to personally select books that will be beneficial for the students. We also had a bigger student lounge and a huge gymnasium, which meant we could finally spend more time with our schoolmates, hold bigger events, seminars, workshops, and exhibits, strengthening the sense of community among the students. Student organizations thrived as the bigger space opened more possibilities. A huge part of my college memories I owe to Atelier, the traditional art student organization I was the founding president of, which we built from the ground up with the best set of friends I could possibly ask for. We have organized workshops on life painting, basic and advanced portraiture, still life drawing, environment painting, miniature food sculpting, among others. We were also able to set up exhibits showcasing the works of our resident artists, hosted an urban sketching event, and represented CIIT in Asia Pop Comic Con Manila. We also organized advocacy events and launched Project Heartelier, which is the organization's annual fundraising activity for different beneficiaries. Needless to say, my second attempt at college has been a full experience, and everything I learned was not only within the confines of the classroom. There is honestly a slight sting talking about it because the interweave has always been full of life. Maybe it's the vibrant colors or the art plastered all over the walls, or how the students interacted with the space. However, in March 2020, an eerie energy enveloped the campus during the early onset of COVID-19, at a time when not even the scientists understood the invisible enemy we were dealing with. Suddenly, we've been receiving frequent advisories from the school clinic reminding us of new policies on wearing masks. Students came with masks on, and then the students stopped coming at all. Lockdowns were imposed across the country, and the invisible enemy we thought would be resolved in a matter of weeks was bound to radically change our lives in the years to come. 50,000 lives lost in the Philippines alone, and millions more across the globe. We lost so many healthcare workers, frontliners, and even our own families and friends. Businesses and familiar places we thought were timeless closed. People lost jobs, families went hungry. School closures prompted a transition toward digital learning, further emphasizing the divide between the privileged and the underprivileged. Students and employees alike suffered from anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues as we face the pressure to be productive amid a global pandemic. The list of the casualties of COVID-19 goes on, and while this may seem trivial now, it has to be acknowledged that among the casualties of the pandemic was our own graduation ceremony, our opportunity to say goodbye to our friends as well as the faculty and the staff, and to savor our last moments as students in the interweave building. We all just sort of saw each other for the last time, without knowing that that was the last time. And it's okay to grieve over it. Many of us took a long journey before finding ourselves finally pursuing art, only to be sent off in the most anticlimactic way possible, facing our screens in the confines of our homes, and I delivering this speech in my room with no one else to look at besides this camera on a tripod. However, no matter the circumstances, Our graduation remains to be a culmination of all the years of hard work, and this achievement cannot be dampened. I know we may be celebrating this milestone separately, spread out across the country, while some are already situated overseas. But I hope you feel this sense of closure this virtual ceremony is meant to provide at the very least, and that you take this opportunity to congratulate yourself and to thank the people who have been with you on this journey. One may ask, at a time of a global crisis, how are we as graduates of the arts relevant to the community? We are being sent off at a very vulnerable yet interesting time, wherein one's role in the society is categorized based on how essential it is in preserving the community and maintaining economic security amid a pandemic. List of essential workers included medical professionals, manufacturers, retailers, delivery riders, and all the rest putting their lives on the line in order to keep the society functioning. Artists, game developers, programmers, as expected, were not considered essential at the very least. However, as the healthcare workers manned the front lines in this battle against COVID-19, artists provided the much-needed escape, a steadying force when the entire world shut down right before our eyes. People turned to books, movies, games, online concerts to ease the collective fatigue and suffering. Music and films inspired hope. Visual artists, filmmakers, actors came together to rally behind leaders they believed in to influence votes that may change the trajectory of our country in its pandemic response. Designers were heavily utilized to convey instructions on health protocols easy to grasp by the society trying to navigate in this new normal. We as artists hold so much power in us to inform, to influence, and to inspire. As I wrap up my speech, I'd like to mention specific people I'd want to thank for the big roles they played in this success. To my mom and dad, alam ko po hindi ganun kadali intindihin yung decision ko to go through college again. Pero thank you for trusting me and for letting me do what I wanted. I did not ask for their blessing when I initially enrolled since I planned to sustain this on my own. Second year na ata ako nung tinatanong ako ni Mommy, ano daw ba course ko, saan daw ba school ko, and every year tinatanong ako kailan ako gagraduate. Eto na po Mommy, nakagraduate na. To my sisters, Ate Sheila and Ate Cybel, thank you for your undying support for your bunso. I look up to you two so much and you both are such big inspirations for me. To Cheska, the very first friend I made in CIIT, thank you for being my constant from literally day one. I have a long list of things to thank you for, but I want to take this opportunity to tell you how proud I am of you and the person you have become. To Tita Marlene and Tita Penny, the Kalalang family, who was an extension of my own family, thank you for welcoming me into your home whenever Cheska and I have plates, org work, and art commissions together. And for all the rides home we shared, as you made sure I am always safe. We recently lost Cheska's dad, but I am certain if he were still around, he would have volunteered to take our graduation photos. Tito Penny, wherever you are, I hope you are seeing this, and I hope you are proud of us. To Gripes, my best friends, Cheska, Micah, Chino, and Ate Faye, the fondest memories I made in CIIT were all shared with you. While going separate ways can be daunting, I'd like to believe we will always find a way back together. To Ma'am Hannah, my thesis advisor, my mentor, and my friend, thank you for believing in what I can do and for the inspiration to do better. It will always be a privilege to have learned from you and to have worked with you during our stay in the institution. To Ma'am Jilly, I am grateful to have witnessed each other's journey tracing back to CTTM days. You have always made us students feel heard, so people gravitated towards you. I cannot stress this enough, but you deserve all the blessings you are receiving right now. And of course, to Sir Arman, you may no longer be in CIIT, but you have been instrumental in this success. Sir Arman was the Student Affairs and Community Officers during my time, and he knew I was a go-getter. But he also knew I did not come from a family of money. The fees were not cheap, so when scholarship opportunities were finally made available, Sir Arman made sure to inform and assist me, with Ma'am Gilly providing the needed recommendation, which landed me a full scholarship and waived 100% of my tuition fees in the condition that I maintain a certain GPA. So in all honesty, I am speaking before you today as a byproduct of my need to maintain my scholarship, because without it, the multiple jobs I juggled while studying will still not suffice. I would have been out of school long ago, so thank you for believing in me. Last but not the least, my gratitude extends as well to my atelier family, my professors, the entire Fine Arts Department, and the rest of the faculty and staff of CIIT. When I was told I needed to deliver a speech, I once again did a quick Google search on how to write a valedictory address. And so many articles written pre-COVID suggested writing something bigger than the now. But what if we can barely make sense of the now? And tomorrow has been stripped off of foundations to even make plans, let alone dream. I will leave you with two things. The first is to be more forgiving of yourself. While stopping and taking a year off are options only for the privileged few, we live in unprecedented times, and it's not fair to expect the same level of grit, of productivity, and of optimism from others, but most especially from yourself. Sometimes the bare minimum of yesterday took a lot more today, and that is okay. We Filipinos always prided ourselves in our resilience, and like many of us from the class of 2020, we rose and rebuilt our lives in more ways than one. But that does not mean we are to stay still. Which brings me to my second point. We let go of things we cannot change, but we take control the moment we can. This pandemic revealed a lot of our country's deep-seated problems, including the inaccessibility of basic healthcare, corruption, economic inequality, the militarized response to a medical crisis, our poor urban planning and public transportation system, among many others. All of these combined snowballed into the country's overall failed pandemic response. The good news is, this coming May, we have the power to make a difference. Your choice of leaders can potentially change the trajectory of our lives, so spend the next months making an informed choice. Congratulations, class of 2020. I wish you and your loved ones would remain safe and healthy until we can all see each other again. Have a great day, everyone, and happy graduation.
Before we end, we at CIIT prepared something for you. As you enter this new chapter in your lives, we hope to take this time to reminisce, look back, and remember all the beautiful, good, and meaningful stories you've made as part of CIIT College of Arts and Technology. Thank you, dear graduates and parents. The closing hour has finally arrived. Tomorrow, new challenges and opportunities await our graduates that will further test their mettle as improving individuals. As they continue with their journey, may they look back to this stage in their life with fondness and pride. To all graduates, we wish you good luck and good health. May God offer you heaps of blessings in the days ahead. Have a good day, and we at CIIT would like to say congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you, and God bless us all.